It's coffee time! Was that a dog? It sounded like there was a dog in my house. Today when I was driving, this was super weird. Today when I was driving, I stopped at a red light, like I am supposed to do. Everybody around me was stopped, and then I heard a sound, like a really loud sound as though a car had been hit, like run into. And I was looking all over the place trying to figure out where this had happened, and I didn't see anything. Like, nowhere that I looked was there a problem. And then I had this weird psychological thing happen where I was like, what if it was me? Did I get hit? And I just somehow didn't feel it? And so then I started like looking behind me to see if the guy in the car behind me was reacting at all, and he wasn't, and it was very strange. It was very, very bizarre, but I don't think there's a dog in my house. I'm fairly positive that there isn't a dog in my house. I have watched like 3 episodes of Caesar 911. It's the Dog Whisperer show. It's on Netflix now. And I've watched the Cat Whisperer one before, right? And that one starts to get really monotonous. Turns out Caesar 911 also starts to get really monotonous. It gets to this weird point where every issue seems to be fixed with the exact same thing, right? It becomes less interesting. It's interesting from a psychological standpoint because you see dogs or cats do something and then it's explained, like, oh, they're doing this because of this. And you go, okay. And usually the way to fix it is always exactly the same. Like, every episode of Caesar 911 that I've watched so far, the problem has been, you are not being the alpha. You have to be the alpha. Here's how to be the alpha. And then suddenly the dog's fine. And I'm just like, well, now I know. Next time that I own a dog, when I walk them, I have to be the alpha, because that apparently fixes every problem. Every single problem. Establishing distance and being the alpha on walks. Fixed immediately. And with cats, it's like giving them places that are up high to hang out, right? Like encouraging them to climb fixes so many problems apparently, because if they're hiding under things a lot, then it's a sign of insecurity, and if you encourage them to be in a higher place, then they feel like they can look down and it gives them confidence, and like just it starts to feel like every issue gets solved with the exact same thing. That's just how I feel though. I will say Caesar 911 feels like a way more legitimate show than the Cat Whisperer one. I'm trying to remember what the name of the cat one is. My Cat from Hell? Something like that. The Cat Whisperer one feels like it's a parody of the Dog Whisperer one. Even though I know that they're both totally like serious about it. The cat one, maybe it's because, you know, cat owners have such a weird stigma or a stereotype about them, but like it feels like he just cares too much about cats. Whereas with the dog one, it seems perfectly natural for somebody to dedicate their whole life to like understanding the psychology of dogs. But with the cat one, it's like, you're kind of a crazy cat dude. And I'm like, why do I think that way? I love my cats. Like, why can't I let my cats, you know, be a part of my life the way that dog owners let dogs be part of their life, right? Where are you going? What are you guys doing? Is there a dog? Is there a dog in the house? Is there a dog in the house? If there was a dog in the house, they'd be losing it. Anyway, sorry, weird tantrums. Tantrums? Not the right word. Tirades? Maybe. Tangents? That's the word I was looking for. Weird tangent. And now we can rein it back in. So, I just got home from hanging out with David and Aaron. We all got food. We were tweeting about being at a vegan sushi place, and both of us got not a ton of them, but enough tweets from people being like, what, so you just ate rice? I was like, come on guys. Erin is super allergic to seafood. She cannot have seafood, but she's always wanted to try sushi. And there's a place, it's I don't want to call it a chain. There are 2 of the same restaurant, so there's a branch of the big restaurant. There's a vegan place that does sushi, and we took her to it. Erin Umatani and I actually took her to it Was it during Comic-Con? I can't remember. Can't remember, not Comic-Con. Anime Expo is what I meant to say. There's so many weird noises, and I think I'm just weirded out because they're all happening like right next to my door, maybe. Anyway, what are you doing? Stop scritching at stuff. So there's this vegan place that does sushi. Sorry. And it's delicious. I've been there a few times with Aaron, and with Aaron Umatani, sorry. And so we were like, oh my gosh, Aaron, happily Aaron, there are two Aarons here, I'll call one Umatani and one Aaron, right? Happily Aaron is Aaron, Aaron Umatani is Umatani. Okay, cool. So Umatani and I were like, Aaron, we should totally go get sushi at this place because it's vegan. So none of it is actual seafood. And she was so excited. She was like, oh my gosh, is it good? And we were like, yeah, it's really good. So we went there, and it's, you know, it's mostly vegetables, it's really amazing sauces, it's tempura, just, you know, lots of alternate options, and the flavors are amazing. They're just so good. And the first time we went there, Aaron, like, just could not stop thinking about it. And it wound up that there was a chain that opened up a bit closer to her, and I had never been there before. Not a chain, a branch. Sorry, a little out of it apparently. A branch that opened up pretty close to her, and so tonight she was like, hey, we should go to the new one, because she and David had been. And so we went to the new one, and the menu is different, but the food is still just like, so good, so good. Both times, they have a pumpkin one where like the pumpkin is fried in tempura, and then you have the actual sushi with seaweed and I'm trying to remember what else is in the center. But oh, it was so good. And then we got one that Aaron took a picture of that was like cucumber and oh my gosh, I can't remember what was in these. They just tasted amazing. It was cucumber and something else, and then like this great sauce, and then tempura broccoli on top. And, oh, it was wrapped in avocado. It was just like all green stuff, right? And that one was really, really good. We had a crab cake that was mushroom instead of crab, and that was amazing. It was just all just so delicious. So next time you're like, ugh, vegan sushi sounds disgusting. If you hate vegetables, sure. Sure, maybe this isn't for you. But man, vegan places are amazing to me because good vegan places have to figure out how to use spices in a way that nobody else really does. To me, it seems like they have to create those umami flavors, those like meaty flavors, in really creative ways. And if they do it right, it's so good. And I feel like they wind up understanding the way that spices work in a way that a lot of people just don't, you know? Because for us it's like, I have a steak, put some salt on that thing, umami, right? Got that savory flavor, sick, did it. But, you know, when you don't have the meat, you have to kind of like pull those flavors out of things that you might not expect and use seasoning in different ways. And yeah, so that place is awesome. I would say what the name of it is, but I'm trying to remember. Oh, I just don't know. What I do know is that the actual like home base one has a really, really good spicy ramen. That would probably go on my top ramen. Oh, what a great pun. That would probably go on my top ramen places. If I were to make like a list. Like, here's my favorite ramen of LA. That would definitely be on the list. The spicy vegan ramen at this one place that I can't remember the name of. I'm the worst. Well, we did a craft stream today. We worked on that guy. We put like a really weird sheep face on it that just looks like Finn from Adventure Time, and then we started on Enderman's face. So, feel like it's going well. It's hilarious because I put the jacket on and the sheep face is just in my armpit. So you can like barely see it anyway. I was like, well, it was meant to be. It's totally okay that this face makes no sense because it's in an armpit, so what can you do? But now anybody who ever saw that stream, if I wear that at a convention and they saw that stream, then they'll know. Be like, let me see armpit sheep. I'll just be like, there she is. Armpit sheep. Because we're adults. Anywho, I'm gonna go because I am editing up Re-Alistair for tomorrow. And we've got Friend Zone tomorrow. We've got another stream after Friend Zone, so if you guys are bored, you should come hang out. But I hope you guys had an amazing day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye. Mwah.